Morning, everybody. I am Michelle, and today I am talking about something that I find absolutely fascinating, and that's how our thinking can affect how we feel. So we've all heard of placebos, and that's when ultimately we think a pill will work, and the pill does work, even though it's just potentially a sugar pill. I want to talk about the opposite, so the evil cousin of placebos, and that is a nocebo. And this is the idea that if we believe something has a negative effect, then it does in fact cause that effect in many people. So an example of this is, they've done lots of studies on this, to be honest, and it's discovered that women who believe, for example, that they're more prone to heart disease are much more likely to die of heart disease compared to women with the same risk factors. And it's reported too, for example, that somebody who goes into surgery with the willingness to die, as horrible as it sounds, is almost 100% more likely to die on the operating table if they believe they are going to, or they're wishing that they would, maybe a loved one's passed or whatever it may be. So not pleasant nocebos, are they? And there's also, there was another study, and let me just find it here, when people were actually dropping out of studies because of the side effects of these sugar pills too. And so the effects were so severe that they had to drop out of studies even though they were only having a sugar pill, and it was simply because they were told that it was going to cause this, this, and this. So as you can see, the mind is really, really powerful. And so I was thinking about all this, about nocebos and our thoughts about the effects of something and how it relates to the food we eat. So as we know, there's lots of foods out there that we are told are bad, 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 okay? Gluten is going to give you digestive upset. It's going to make you bloated. It's going to make you feel horrible. Let's just use that as an example. Or sugar is going to make you really sleepy, and it's going to make you maybe really high-strung. I've heard that too. So we have these preconceived notions of what these foods do. So potentially we avoid gluten, and we avoid sugar, whatever it may be. We'll stick with gluten. And then, of course, we introduce it, and we have these thoughts that it's going to have this horrible effect, and it can, in fact, have that effect on us. So what part of this is actually from the gluten, and which is because of our thoughts and our beliefs about this food, which can be very strong when it comes to this particular food. So we're bombarded with messages about all these foods, not always getting the evidence to support these claims. And I think that it could be a very powerful influencer in how we feel after consuming these foods. So I think it's something that as health professionals we need to be very careful of, and something as consumers that we need to be paying attention to. So I'm not saying that if you have celiac that it's all in your head, believe me. And I'm not saying if you have a gluten intolerance that it's all in your head, okay? But in some cases, it may be. For the average person, it may be that we're just so worried and stressed about this food causing digestive upset that we consume it in a state of anxiety, and it then creates digestive upset. All right, it works for placebos. Why couldn't it work with food? And I think this is really fascinating, and there's still a lot of research to be done on it. But what I want us to just start doing is to be aware and to challenge our thinking and to sift through the BS in the nutrition world. And that's what I'm here for. I really want to help people to use common sense when it comes to our eating and to nutrition. So that's what my courses are all about, and everything that I do is all about, okay? I want to get rid of this food fear because I do worry about the effects that this fear has on our health. And so all I wanted to do today is just to start you thinking about this idea of nocebo, and read my blog, because I'm going to go into it a heck of a lot more in there. And there's some further articles you can read, and just get those gears turning. Just start to think about it, okay? And hopefully maybe you can start to enjoy foods again that you once feared. So I hope you have enjoyed this, and I hope it started to get you thinking. And I hope everybody has a really good day today and a really great week.